Hi guys, welcome back to Fragments of a Simple Life, where every video I make is super simple. Just a quick warning, this is a daytime video, so I apologize if you hear the occasional sound of a car or the massive amounts of birds I always have in my backyard. Today I'm going to be looking at this book. I just got this the other day from a friend. I think she bought it used or got it used. Hold on, let me tilt you guys down a little bit. There we go. I want to be able to see the whole book. There we go. It's called The Great Big Cookie Book, over 200 recipes for cookies, brownies, scones, bars, and biscuits. I was thinking of maybe just taking this off to help be able to like turn it better because it's not in very good shape. So maybe we'll just kind of like fold this. Like I said, I don't know where my friend got this book, but I bake and she doesn't. So she passed it on to me. Looks like it's seen a better day, but we are going to give it a try and see what we find in here. There's over 200 recipes. Here's our table of contents. We have cookie tips and techniques, traditional cookies, festive and fancy cookies, savory treats. And then we have brownies and bars, muffins and scones, cookies for kids, cookie treats and gifts, and then of course there's always an index. I'm trying to look. Here we go. Published in 1998 and then again in 2002. So it's not that old. Let me see what I'm missing here. Ooh, look how pretty. This is just introduction to the book. Cookie tips and techniques. This talks about your pantry, different things that you can use, chocolate and eggs and a variety of flours, butter and margarine because there is a difference with baking, some dried fruit, candied nuts or candied fruit and regular nuts, spices and honey, and all different kinds of sugars. The sugars are endless for baking. Different kinds of equipment to measure, to cut, food processor to chop butter. We have knives and piping bags. There are lots of different kinds of cookies that are actually piped out of piping bags to create their shape. Whisks, skewers, and toothpicks. You can test cookies or mixtures to see if the mixture is ready or if the cookie is baked. I don't do this though personally. Rolling pins, great for sugar cookies and other cookies that are going to be cut with cookie cutters. Sieves and scales and whisks and all kinds of stuff. Now let's tell you different kind of ways to measure. And making cookies by the rubbing method. Plain cookies are usually made by rubbing the fat into the flour, which is very true. That's a basic cookie, almost like a shortbread cookie. Making cookies by the cleaning method. This is the method that I think people are even more familiar with, where you have your liquids and you have your dry ingredients, and then you cream the wet ingredients, the fat and the sugar, and then you usually add the flour, the dry ingredients, and then sometimes you refrigerate it, sometimes you don't. Shaping twills and cigarettes. Just a shape, not an actual cookie cigarette. Piping cookies, as I mentioned before, meringues and other kinds of cookies are piped. Refrigerator cookies, making a wax paper icing bag. Just all kinds of cool stuff. let's get into traditional cookies. Traditional cookies are probably any cookie that you can think of growing up on. Chocolate chip, snickerdoodle, you get it. I think a lot of people also refer to these a lot of times as drop cookies, but they can also be made with cookie cutters. We have granola cookies, and we have crunchy oatmeal cookies. These look like really basic ingredients. I like the way this is laid out. It seems like every recipe, I did kind of look at this book on the way home from a birthday party the other day. Usually I wait for you guys, but I was hungry and it's a book full of cookies. That's probably a bad idea, but you know, it gave me something to look at on the drive home. But it has your ingredients and how many it makes, what it is, and then step-by-step guide. It seems to be like 5 steps, maybe 6 steps at the most for each recipe. Some, like these two here, only have 4 steps. So it's really, really simple and easy to understand, especially for the section with traditional cookies. It's not something that you can mess up, really. So we have coconut cookies. We have crunchy jumbles, which I've never heard of. Butter, margarine, eggs and sugar, vanilla, flour, baking soda, salt. Okay, Rice Krispies, like the cereal, Rice Krispie treats and chocolate chips. So it's gonna have some crunch to it. That sounds like a cookie my kids would like. Shortbread is one of my favorite. Oatmeal wedge, I have done this before. I've made like, not oatmeal though, I think it was like a chocolate chip, like in a cast iron skillet. Melting moments, I've never made these or had these. I think the center, yeah, is a candied cherry that has been quartered. It's not my favorite. Apricot yogurt cookies, also known as something that I would personally eat all by myself. No one in my family would eat these. Maybe like my mom, but no one in this house besides me. We have applesauce cookies, which are fantastic and good for you. There's lots of, I don't know about this particular recipe, but there's lots of recipes where the applesauce takes the place of the fat or of some of the fat and some of the sugar too, and it's a lot better for you. Heart healthy and all that. Chocolate chip hazelnut cookies. I apologize, you guys. There's a crow like on my house, and I can hear him. I don't know if you can, but I can. We have chocolate chip oat cookies. Not gonna lie, these look not very appetizing. They look surprisingly thin for a cookie that has oatmeal in it. Yeah. I just made chocolate chip oatmeal cookies and they, I'm not trying to brag, looked a lot more appetizing than that. These are a very thin cookie, but some people like thin cookies. Mexican almond cookies. I've never had these, but I want to try them. They look delicious. And who doesn't like almonds or nut cookies? Maybe if you're allergic, huh? Peanut butter cookies, of course. Traditional peanut butter cookies always get the fork crisscross on top. That's very reminiscent of like everyone's childhood if you come from a family that bakes. Toll House cookies, also known as chocolate chip, usually with walnuts. Chewy chocolate cookies. Oh, hold the phone. Okay. These, I wonder if these have chocolate chip. They obviously have cocoa powder. Okay. They have cocoa powder, instant coffee, like coffee powder, water, which is shocking for a cookie, and walnuts. That's very interesting. I wonder if I could get my husband. My husband doesn't drink coffee, but I bet if I didn't tell him and I was just like, here, babe, here's some chocolate cookies, he would try those. I just want to know what they taste like. I've never seen water. I don't know. I'm very interested. But snickerdoodles, that's one of his favorites. The cinnamon and sugar cookie cannot go wrong. It's delicious. This is a recipe that I was actually looking at in the car. A buttermilk cookie. It's almost like a biscuit. Do you see that? But it's a cookie. And then, of course, we have shortcake cookies. Put some fruit in it and whatnot. Traditional sugar cookies. No decorations, just sugar. I like the choice of raw sugar on top of this cookie. I don't know if you can see that, but it gives it like a different color. It almost makes it look like a sand dollar or something, but like in a really cool way. Scottish shortbread, toffee cookies, rosewater thins. I don't know what those are, but it involves rosewater for real. Spanish churros. This is one that I'm gonna have to make for my husband. He loves churros. Golden pillows. Fried food is not the healthiest, but if you're gonna go with a treat, go with like a real treat, I guess. Chunky chocolate drops. It looks like someone wrote in this book, Yummo. Again, this is a used book. I don't know where it came from, but that's pretty funny. Chocolate and nut refrigerator cookies. No bake, I guess? No, you do bake them. You just put the dough in the fridge. All right. Chocolate pretzels. How fun is that? This looks like a really, I know it's not in the kids section, but this looks like a really good one for kids. Of course, we have chocolate kisses. Those are pretty. Those look like little wedding cookies or Christmas. Chocolate maple and walnut swirls. Old-fashioned ginger cookies. Don't kill me, you guys. I don't like ginger cookies. I don't like gingerbread. Like, I'll make a gingerbread house at Christmas time, but I won't actually eat it. I just can't do it. I don't know why. I just really don't like it. I really don't. But I like cinnamon. I don't know. I'm weird. Chocolate cinnamon tools. That's pretty. Spice nut. What is that? Polymers? Does anyone polymers? I don't know how to say it. This looks delicious. Cinnamon refrigerator cookies, cinnamon molasses cookies. Like these recipes, just look at these. Lavender heart cookies. Do you see the picture? That's precious. That's so precious. It's butter, sugar, and flour. 2 tablespoons of fresh lavender florets or dried culinary lavender, and then superfine sugar for sprinkling. So it looks like in this picture you actually are putting the lavender in the sugar to give it a flavor, and then you sprinkle the sugar, the lavender sugar, and you can kind of see like little chunks right here of the lavender. I've never eaten lavender. I don't know if it tastes good or if it would taste perfumey, as my mom would say. Too perfumey? I don't know. These are cute vanilla crescents. They look like little moons. Festive and fancy cookies. We can see like a little Christmas tree. These something involving nuts. This looks like the same little crescent cookies, but like dipped in chocolate. I don't know if that's right or not. It might be a different recipe. These are the ones that my husband wants me to make, almond cinnamon balls. They seem so easy. It's ground almonds, sugar, ground cinnamon, 2 egg whites, oil for greasing, and then confectioner's sugar for the outside, powdered sugar. Baklava, that looks delicious. That's a whole nother story. I'm afraid of pastry dough. I don't know why, but I'm like afraid of it. Like the phyllo dough, I just feel like I'm gonna mess up so bad. I should challenge myself though. If you're afraid of it, then challenge yourself, right? Easter cookies. These have a lot of stuff in it. Pumpkin pie spice, cinnamon, currants, chopped candy citrus peel, milk, sugar, eggs, butter, like all kinds of flour, of course. They look like little scones. Has anyone had an Easter cookie? Please let me know in the comments. This is another cookie where, like, if I took out the currants and put in chocolate chips, that's probably like the only way anyone in my family would eat it, unfortunately. They're not adventurous. They know what they like. Italian pastry twists. A deep fried pastry twist, hearts or knots, traditionally flavored with vinsanto, a sweet Italian sherry, are served hot, dusted with confectioner's sugar. That's very interesting. I wouldn't really look at that as like a cookie, but it's dessert. Everyone's taste is different depending on where in the world you're from, and everyone's opinion on what a cookie is different, and then everyone calls them different things. It's not always a cookie, depending on where in Europe you are or whatever, and then everyone's recipes are different too for the same kind of cookie. So it's kind of the beauty of like traditions and passing down recipes and kind of making it your own thing. Oh, here's the cute Christmas trees. Jeweled Christmas trees. These cookies make an appealing gift. They look wonderful hung on a Christmas tree or in front of a window to catch the light. See, I'm afraid of ants and bugs, and also they're adorable, but I'd want to eat them. So I would want other people to eat them too. But the little balls, that's candied fruit, if you were wondering. It's like melted almost in like a stained glass kind of way. We have biscotti, another thing that I love to eat and I've never dared to make, but I want to one day. Now I have a recipe, right? Golden raisin cornmeal cookies. That's funny because these do look like cornbread. They have that yellow coloring with a little crust on the outside edge. They look like, without even looking at them, I would be like, oh, that looks like a corn muffin, like a cornbread muffin. Macaroons and madeleines. It's so fancy. I'm just like, give me an oatmeal chocolate chip cookie or a peanut butter cookie, because I can't mess those up. I can make those cookies in my sleep. But this book is starting to get fancy. Chocolate macaroons, coconut macaroons, brandy snaps. Okay, again, no one would eat these or even try them. Anything that's cream filled in any way that's like a weird texture, according to my husband, he won't eat it, you guys. Like, he won't touch it. So these are like wrapped, and you can tell there's like a cream filling inside, made looks like with heavy cream or whipped cream and brandy, which gives it flavor. And that sounds fun, like a festive holiday treat. No one would eat these. Even if the cream was chocolate, I don't think I could get my husband to eat those, because he would consider it like a bizarre flavor and like not really a cookie. Yes, these are chocolate tipped hazelnut crescent. That's the ones that we saw before. It's just a different flavor. Makes it more festive and pretty. Black and white ginger Florentines. See, it says ginger. So I'm like, oh, that's a really pretty plate of cookies. But then I'm like, oh no, I don't want ginger. It's so unfestive of me. These are pretty though. These are weird. They look like, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but they look like Pringles potato chips that have gone bad and they're like growing something on top, but it's almonds. These are pretty though. Slivered almond cookies. Nut lace cookies. Look at those. Don't get me wrong, it does look like half the cookie is missing, and I feel like it would just fall apart, but it's so pretty. It definitely does look like lace, and this is the same thing but oatmeal. strawberry shortcake, yum. That's one of my favorites. I love anything that combines like savory and sweet, or salty and sweet. Anything that combines like fruit and like a biscuit. I prefer like pastry over like ice cream like any day of the week. Like if you said want to go out for a scone or want to go out for ice cream, I would be like, give me a scone and a cup of coffee or tea, hands down, any day of the week. I just really prefer delicious tasting pastries. I'm not trying to be mean, but the pictures in this, although I do like the breakdown of every page, how simple and easy all these recipes are, and the small amount of ingredients per cookie, it's very basic, but in the best way. But the pictures are also weird. Like this is not bad lighting, like what you guys are seeing. These pictures just seem like they were taken in bad lighting. Yeah, so what I'm filming is not bad lighting. It's not like, oh, she needs more light on here, there's too much shadow. Like this picture really is this dark. It actually looks even darker in person, and I feel like that is making the cookies look a little bit less appealing, like on every page. I wish it was brighter and funner to look at, but I do appreciate the breakdown on every page of the ingredients and the steps. It's very simple in a good way. I just need more pizzazz and wow with my dessert, I guess, visually. Ladyfingers and walnut cookies. Let's see if we can skip ahead. I don't know what that is. I don't even know how to say that word. Fruit and nut lip. You guys, you can read it for yourself. I don't know what that word is, and I don't want to butcher a different language. It looks really pretty though. But again, like this picture actually looks better in the filming than it does in real life. The pictures in this book are very dark. It's very, like everything has a shadow. It's very strange. Chocolate hazelnut. I'll take chocolate hazelnut anything. I don't know what that is. It looks delicious. But again, we have this cream filling in the middle, which means that's a fromage blanc filling. Yeah, nobody's gonna eat that with me in my house. Savory treats. Now this I love. I love biscuits and all that kind of stuff. Whoa, look at that plate. Cheese straws and festive nibbles. Cheese straws? How do you make a cheese straw? Cheddar cheese, cayenne pepper, butter, poppy seeds, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds to decorate. Pinch of salt. Cheddar cheese, huh? Interesting. Savory cheese swirls. It's frozen puff pastry, so that's not as scary, I guess. It's a vegetable extract, cheddar cheese, carrots and cucumber sticks to serve. I don't know about that. Cream cheese spirals, that looks yummy. It's butter and cheese and sugar and more sugar and flour and an egg. And then it says walnuts or pecans, brown sugar, cinnamon. So I guess because it's like brown sugar and cinnamon and cheese, it kind of looks like a crescent roll, but like a Danish probably. Probably tastes like some kind of cinnamon sugar Danish, cheese Danish. Bacon twists, those are so cute. This looks like if you decided to get really fancy for like a Super Bowl party, which I never do, but it looks fun. They like blew up and made like really weird shapes. Wisconsin cheddar and chive biscuits. Yes, please. Yum. I used to get the Red Lobster, like, it would come in a box, and it's Red Lobster's Cheddar Bay Biscuit mix, and you can make the Cheddar Bay Biscuits at home. I would go to Costco and get like a big box to make, I don't know how many servings, I think it's like 6 or something. It's enough to make them like 6 times, and it's so good. But this looks like it's very similar to that recipe. Cornmeal biscuits. Who doesn't love a good biscuit? Thyme and mustard biscuits. These look very like British and fancy and adorable. It says that you give it with a salad course. I could see that, like on the side of your plate, instead of like a crouton on your salad. Peanut cookie, cheddar pennies. How cute are those? Butter, cheddar cheese, flour, salt, and a pinch of cayenne. That's it. You roll it up, you put it in the fridge, you cut it, and you bake it. I'm gonna make these one day. That seems so simple and tasty. Cheddar pennies. Blue cheese and chive crisps. I cannot talk. Okay, I'm not a big blue cheese fan, but those look yummy. Cheese muffins. I'm loving that everything says cheese. Bacon cornmeal muffins. Bacon and cornbread mixed together is bomb. Delicious. I just said bomb like I'm aging myself. It is almost my birthday. Savory Parmesan puffs. How cute. I just don't know what these are that they have them in. I don't have these little bowls. Where are these cute little bowls for baking? Well, I don't have that. Could I use like a cupcake tray, maybe? Popovers. Isn't this very European, a popover? I feel like I had that in England. Pretty sure I did. Tiny cheese puffs. Oh, look how cute. Look how tiny and cute. Those would go fast. Like a lot of work, and it would go really fast. Oat cakes and cheese biscuits. I'm gonna skip a few pages, you guys, because I could be here all day and just like forget that I'm making a video. Chive and potato biscuit. Oh, potatoes are like my favorite thing, like mashed potatoes. I've seen these before. Again, something I've never cooked, but now that I have a recipe, I'm totally trying this. And these could be good as like on the side for like breakfast with like an omelet, or as a side for like dinner with a steak. That's the beauty of the potato. Curried crackers. Say that 3 times fast. Spiced cocktail biscuits. Just so many things. Brownies and bars. I think we're gonna stop at brownies and bars, you guys. Don't let me forget. I'll do a part 2 of this video, and I'll pick up at brownies and bars so we can finish looking at it together. I hope you enjoyed this little trip into this cookbook. I'm sorry the pictures weren't better. I wasn't expecting them to be so dark for such a new book, like a newer book. Sorry, I have to sneeze. I'm just keeping it real with you guys. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more from me, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.